Coming up on Talk is Cheap, we revisit Gary Mckinnon. This was the guy that hacked into NASA and found something that he shouldn't have. Next, we take a look at the flat Earth. Is there something to this? What happens when you get to the end of the fucking planet? We'll find out. And lastly, somebody discovered an 800-year-old cell phone. Up next on Talk is Cheap. Talk is cheap, where cheap is talk, and talk is cheap. I am Dan Hohlfeld, and I am joined by
PC Christman.
Dusty Long.
Welcome. Pete's not here today.
No.
Nope.
That's a little weird. I think you pissed him off that much.
I did with that Sasquatch thing. Oh, he's really angry with me. You should see the hate mail I've been getting.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, it's got a whole inbox full there.
It's an inbox, and it's just like Sasquatch.
Is it
and
all
he's
Pete?
flipping me off. Golly, I'm sorry.
We got a quick announcement. We're going to be changing the format of the show. We sent a video out earlier last week about how we're doing this. 20 minutes. We're going to shoot for 20 minutes, one topic. Because these shows have been getting a little long, and they get drug out a little bit. And it's, people's attention span ain't that long. So.
Yeah. If it's not flashy, they ain't paying attention.
So we're going to try something different. Do that. And every other week. So 1 week, Talk is Cheap is released, and the next week Social Fix is released on Wednesday, and then we keep alternating. Try that for a little bit, see what happens, and if it doesn't work out, we'll think of something new.
Sounds good.
We can always think of something new.
Yeah, we can always change it up.
Yeah.
Maybe all of our fans will be like, we want more, and then we'll have to go back to the original.
But this will give us time to do those network specials. I'm pretty excited to do that.
Oh, yeah.
stuff.
Really pumped for them.
Yeah. Change it up, do some different editing. It's almost getting to be muscle memory doing Talk is Cheap now with the same damn stuff, and I'm getting sick of it. All right, so today I am going to cover Gary Mckinnon. You guys all know who Gary McKinnon is?
He's the guy on the picture here.
Right? That's what I was going to say. That's what I know about him.
That's all you know about him?
Yep, pretty much.
This is the guy that hacked into NASA and saw those photos of spacecraft.
Yeah, he
outside.
hacked into NASA for a couple of years, wasn't it?
The timetable was February 2001 to March 2002.
Yeah.
And what caused him to do this was the Disclosure Project. Remember episode 1? Mm-hmm. That's what was so hard hitting for me, because I thought, like I said, this is my mind. He quoted it saying it's mind blowing. Mm-hmm. That's what I said.
Yep.
So what really struck him was Donna Hare from the Disclosure Project. She worked at NASA and claimed that the staff edited out UFO pictures before they sent them to the public domain.
I can believe it.
And she specifically mentioned Building 8 of the Johnson Space Center in Houston, Texas. He hacked into the Army, Navy, Pentagon, and NASA. They're running Windows. So.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
God.
So it was easy for him to get in there. He just pinged their IP address, and there were default administrator passwords.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
So that's how he got in. And he noticed, because he could see the list of IP addresses, so he wasn't the only one in there. There was other people from other parts of the world doing this.
Nice.
Fucking China.
So he actually didn't get arrested until 18 months later.
Okay, yep.
The first thing he hacked into was the Navy database. Specifically, popped out at him. He saw a spreadsheet that said non-terrestrial officers, and yet they had ranks and names. And the second tab on that same sheet said material transfer between USS ships. And he searched these ships, and he could not find them.
Yeah. And now this is where he says they're a spacecraft up in space, right?
He didn't specifically say that because these were in the Navy.
Yeah.
Right.
They could be other Black Project ships that are not.
Could be.
But that's not. I'm still getting to the good part.
I mean, I'm wrapped with anticipation.
And like I said, the time span was February 2001 to March 2002. So he said he actually didn't see anything of any UFOs for months and months. He just kept looking and looking and looking. And because he knew what building it was, it made him easy for him. So he knew what building to find that machine in. Mm-hmm. It had 255 machines in there, blank administrator passwords. He found the folders that said process and unprocessed. And these were 250 megabyte files. And it was a proprietary format for the NASA, so only they could open that file format on their computer.
Okay. That's why he doesn't have records,
Right.
Yeah.
And this was back on 56K dial-up.
which is pissing me off because he can break into NASA because it's Windows, but then he can't break the damn encryption that has the pictures. Is that what we're saying?
Yes.
Wait, what?
You said that it's Windows, that's why he broke into it. But
That's
then
what
he
made it
can't.
easy.
Yeah, it made it easy, but yeah, you can't do the encryption, which is still probably on Windows, right? Yeah.
I think it was not the encryption. It was the format of the file, wasn't it?
Was he
Yeah,
running
the
an
file
Apple?
format.
The file format. So it's like
It's
trying to open up
proprietary. Like
a wave format on something that doesn't support
I
it.
suppose. All
Or
right.
something like that.
Fine.
I know you're a little illiterate on computers, so.
Just a wee bit.
Okay, so he's on 56K dial-up.
Oh,
So
God.
this, you know how slow that.
Jesus Christ.
You remember those days?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Oh
take
my
like
God.
A half hour to load a web page sometimes.
It's got that damn noise to it.
And if you're lucky, you didn't get kicked off because it didn't take much. Goodbye.
Go.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of porn watching back in the day.
Yeah, because it would render out.
There was no streaming, right?
You're getting ahead of me now.
I remember that. Get excited about that.
So because it was 56K dial-up, he had to turn it color down on the computers. He turned it down to 2-bit, so it would download faster.
The hell's 2-bit color, black and white?
Yeah, they ain't gonna look good, that's for sure.
Right?
Two colors.
Yeah,
I
2-bit.
think that's it.
Yeah, it must be.
256 is the color. So
Yeah, so that's black and white.
I'm not sure about that. I'm not into that.
What if you
area,
turn it
so.
down to like 14 colors? Just like,
So it took him. He said it took him 5 minutes, and the picture got halfway loaded. So he's sitting there on the computer, logged in. 5 minutes, whatever. Go grab a coffee, come back, and then it gets halfway down, and he sees the planet hemisphere, and there's a cigar-shaped UFO right there, and then he sees the mouse move and hits disconnect.
oh.
So obviously somebody
Cool.
found him.
Yep.
And then they tracked his IP address. So they knew exactly where he was. He didn't go through he said he could have blocked it, but he didn't go through all that extra work to
Like
do
all
that.
the onion routers and whatnot that we have nowadays.
Proxy or whatever the fuck.
Yep.
So in summary, he's had 11-year battle with this. He was arrested in March 2002. The U.S. had an extradition request, but that didn't happen until 2005. But the request didn't happen until 2005, and he was threatened with 60 years in prison. And the U.S. made false claims that he was causing $700,000 worth of damage.
Oh, I remember that part. Yeah.
Which, yeah, right. They're just trying to get him with something
Yeah.
because they've got their tail between their legs because he hacked into the
Absolutely.
secure place. Because Pentagon too, was open. You know, all that stuff. They look stupid doing that. So the final verdict, basically, he's not going to face charges because the UK is kind of dropping that. But because of the extradition warrant, he can't travel anywhere outside the UK.
That's cool.
That could be worse.
Yeah, that's all
Yeah.
right. Yeah, you got a lot of shit in the UK.
Yeah.
That'd be like, it'd be bad. Like, you can't go anywhere outside of Arizona or Arkansas.
Yeah, that'd be
Be
bad.
like, where the Arkansas?
Really?
The hell?
Oh, that's a punishment we should look into. You are sentenced to Arkansas.
But I think this guy's a pioneer for, for the free movement, like Snowden and all that
Absolutely.
stuff. Yeah.
And you know, the thing of it is, like Snowden and this guy, I'll be honest, is they're called whistleblowers, but then they're being punished, which is bullshit.
It is absolutely bullshit.
Yeah, if you're a whistleblower, I mean, there shouldn't be a punishment for whistleblowing. If you know someone's committing a crime,
Yeah.
you don't get arrested for, telling somebody it's like fire. Oh, well, you're going to get the fucking bill.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
then hell, I'm not going to call a fire in then,
Nope.
So yeah, I've read about this feller and
Yeah, I just
like
figured
it.
I'd cover him because I haven't heard much about him and what happened with him and all that stuff. I always heard his story and I never knew what happened, but it doesn't sound like it was too bad as long as he didn't get in the U.S. custody. So, yeah. If
I think the UK let Snowden
Yep.
gave him a amnesty too right now.
I think all of Europe did.
Yeah,
The
they did.
European Union voted on it and said, yeah,
where is he now?
He's probably still in Russia.
probably still in Russia.
Yeah, maybe Russia might not let him go. Putin's like, ride a horse with me.
But
But-
yeah, he's over there.
But if people are interested to hear the story, there's a 4-part episode here I watched that goes through all that stuff. So it was interesting.
I think it's really cool. We think we need more of these.
Absolutely. Complete freedom of information, I think,
Um,
from the government. Everything.
Freedom of Information Act.
Yeah, right.
Well, the Freedom of Information Act, which is bullshit. It says you get a document and it's all blacked out and it says the
Yeah.
and then
Right.
end. That's it. All right, so we had a comment. We've always asked you guys if you have anything you want us to cover and research and let us know, which is excellent because I really appreciate it. This gentleman is TKGK999, and he just wants to question the Earth is flat theory. And I want to thank you for your comment, and I've done the research a little bit beforehand, and I quit because personally I believe if you think the Earth is flat, there's something wrong with you.
You can't handle the truth.
Oh, wow. So, and a lot of this, I mean, so I've done more research just for you, TKGK, and I really appreciate you doing this, but you're not going to probably enjoy my comments now. Tila Tequila, she just went on a Twitter rant like 2-3 days ago now. It's going to, I don't know how long it'll be from now, but a couple weeks back, about how the Earth is flat. So she's raised even more interest in those last couple days. I've been doing research, of course, for some odd reason, she decides to go on a Twitter rant about it. So, of course, there's even more interest in this flat Earth ideology. And in all my research, this is what I came up with. She says, and I'm just going to go on the debunking. I'm not going to tell you what they believe. They just believe the Earth is flat. There's a whole hour-long conversation we're going to have on just how these people believe.
Well, I got a couple questions for you after.
Okay, that's fine. And then I'm just going to go on the kind of the debunking side. If you want to know why people believe the Earth is flat, just research it, because there's a lot of information out there. I'm going to go on the other side just to make this a little bit quicker. So the Earth is flat. So they quite literally believe that the Earth is like this, okay?
A coaster.
A coaster. And so what Tila went ahead and tweeted.
What's he tweeted?
She tweeted. I just made that word up. I think I should that trademark pending. So she went ahead and said, if the Earth is round, okay, then why is it that the skyscrapers in New York are up and down or parallel? They're not.
What?
That's not far enough away.
Yeah.
Right?
This is the argument I've been dealing with. I've watched 2 documentaries that were easily an hour long each about why the Earth is flat. And I'll be honest, I mean, and I'm not the smartest man alive in no way, shape, or form. But one, I was in the military. I was line of sight communications, which means that you put an antenna here. And you put an antenna here.
You need another one?
It's like it's just line or like that. Okay, over there. Hold yours up. No, hold yours up. So my antenna shoots a radio wave right to yours. Well, the radio is pretty much, it has to be straight line. So, and it does curve, whatnot. Well, after 20 miles, you have to go ahead and have another antenna set up because the curvature of the Earth causes me to start shooting upwards in comparison to him. The closer we are, the more flat we become, and I can shoot it. So that's just my personal experience. Not to mention I had physics when I was in college, and
So we do have multiple satellite or antennas then, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
I mean
yeah.
the antennas are boosted or shells. Now, not to mention I was also in the military, and I also happen to be a shooter. I don't hunt anymore, but I shoot. And I know that when you're shooting long distances as a sniper, not anything I've ever done, but knowing people and going out to the ranges and whatnot. Snipers have to go ahead and they have to, where I'm looking for, when you do your calculations, they have to calculate
wind and stuff.
gravity, but they also have the curvature of the Earth.
Yeah.
Now, here's another one, because I'm just listing all sorts of reasons why these people are they're not right. The other reason is if you look at bridge building, if you look at the really long bridges, the bottom of the bridges are parallel. When they get to the top, because of the curvature of the Earth, they're actually peaked in or out. So instead of being like this, like this, you can't do this because the curvature of the Earth, they'd be bent inwards, and then you can't do that. So they have to bend the outside out. So the curvature of the Earth makes a flat, makes a bridge, able. Which you can find this everywhere. Flat Earthers are going ahead and they say, okay, well, why is it this and why is it that? And what it is they take these like rudimentary ideology of what physics is. Like Tila did. She said the things should be exactly the same. Well, they're not, because the Earth is so massive. If the Earth was smaller, then yes. If you have a beach ball in front of you, and we're looking at the beach ball our size, yeah, if you put something here and here, it's definitely going to be curved. But if the beach ball is the size of a city and you're an ant, then you can put 2 toothpicks in there. If you're right close, they're going to look like they're straight up and down. It's just the way it's mass.
What about the planes? They don't calculate for the... Because that's what I heard.
Okay, yeah, that's...
Yeah, because they keep flying straight. You think they would leave when it goes around, right? It'd shoot right out of the atmosphere, wouldn't it?
planes. Go ahead.
Gravity pulls down, though, doesn't it? Is that?
Well, yeah,
that,
gravity's a constant.
So that'd probably play into
it's
that
constant.
effect.
It's just like you're driving down the road. Okay, so you're flying. So yes, you're higher up. But if you're driving down the road, your GPS doesn't say, "Holy shit, watch for the curvature of the Earth. You're about to fall off." It doesn't do it. Because you're traveling at such a way. You can't actually see the curvature of the Earth until you're at least at around 40,000 feet. ICBMs and other rockets have to account for the curvature of the Earth. If you're gonna, say North Korea, because they're doing all this rocket testing and nuclear shit, right? If they're gonna launch from North Korea and hit California, in their calculations, and because it goes so high, yes, you have to account for the curvature of the Earth. But again, the Earth is so massive, and we're so fucking small that quite literally, you're not going to see the curvature of the Earth. You're not going to. It won't be there. It's like driving down the road. You don't drive down the road, and like Kansas is flatter than a pancake.
Oh yeah.
Like quite literally, they did a scientific research. A pancake's this flat. Kansas is even flatter.
Holy shit.
So you don't
How much
drive.
should we waste on this?
Yeah, I don't know.
experiment?
Probably a couple billion. You're driving through Kansas. You're not going to, even Kansas is flat. You have that curvature of the Earth, but you're traveling along it. It would be like, oh, hell, I don't know. It's really hard to equate. And on top of that, I'm going to get off that one too, because on top of that, they think the Earth is flat. The sun is only 200 miles across and 2,000 miles away. And quite literally
Makes
here. And it shines like a spotlight down, which doesn't make a damn lick of sense, because how is the damn sun like a spotlight in the like a flashlight? It's God's flashlight. So it shines straight down and rotates this way. The moon's on the other side and rotates. Well, that doesn't work, because you can see the curvature of the Earth on the moon. So if you had this light here and you take a flat piece, say this is a light and this is the planet, and you went back and forth, you wouldn't have a curvature anywhere whatsoever. If the moon was flat, the planets were flat, and so on. If it's round, then all of a sudden you get that curve that you're supposed to. And you can do this at home. Just take a flashlight and take a plate and do this, and then take a round ball or an orange or something. There's videos on this, and you do this, and you can actually see how the light will cast a round shadow on the orange, but it won't cast a shadow whatsoever on the plate. It's just, they take this rudimentary science or physics or this understanding of it, and then they make these grandeur ideas of what it should or shouldn't be. So I can't, and this is how I've been explaining it at work, because I've been kind of frustrated. Everything we talk about on the show, even the crazy shit like hollow earth and reptilians, the things that I think's really far-fetched, has this glimmer of knowledge and truth to it that I can see. Like, I can understand that a little bit, and I can see where you're making that decision that the Earth is hollow. All right, well, then tell me why, and you tell me, and it's like, okay, I can see where you come. Like, I really can. I can't when it comes to flat Earth. Like, out of all the information, the documentaries, the 15 pages of stuff I read, nothing makes enough sense for me to say, you have a good point.
So to be clear, what exactly do they say, like, when you get to the end of the Earth?
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm getting confused about.
This is my favorite one. This is in the documentary I watched. So the Earth is flat. The North Pole is here. This all around us is is Antarctica.
So that means Antarctica would be fucking huge, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
This is so funny. So first of all, when a plane flies, this is the North Pole and Russia's here and America is here, the plane doesn't just fly over the pole or right to it. What we're doing is we're flying around, kind of this round
I'll just
pattern.
make it look like it takes longer.
Yeah, I don't get that anyway.
Right.
So, but that might
Well,
be
they're not
the
allowed
reason.
to fly over the North Pole because of the hollow Earth.
Well, we never even fly
That-
close.
that makes sense.
the
now.
compasses spin, I think, when they get above.
maybe you're right. Maybe the Earth is. I've changed my mind. So this is the best thing, and
made a
I'm not
breakthrough.
shitting you. When this doctor, his PhD, apparently on this documentary said that. So you go to Antarctica, which is this ring right through here. Okay, everyone's with me. When you start crossing Antarctica and you get to the edge, and you instantly transport to the other side. And here's like, seriously, this is what he said. If I were to pass this to you, there's space between us. So if I pass it, it takes time because time over space, time over distance and that type of thing, right? So this would take time. This is taking me time to get to you. However, if there was no space between us, like if you hit the edge of the damn planet, there's nothing. Nothing. So there's no space. So that means...
Not even an invisible wall.
There's nothing. So what happens was when you hit the edge, and this I'm quoting this documentary, when you hit the edge, since there's no space, there's no thing here, you instantly transport to the other side.
I think I've played a few games like that.
Yeah, right.
All that 8-bit stuff. These guys play too much NES.
So what? Does the water just fall off then? Wait, there is space though, because there's outer space.
No, outer space is a lie.
Really? So where is the sun then if outer space is a lie?
The sun is there, but there's not. The gravity's a lie. That's why we can't. Gravity is beyond us, and that's a lie. Space is not what it seems to be because they quote things. I mean, it really got crazy. It made me even dislike this whole theory even more because of all the craziness I got into. They quote things that like NASA saying that there's only so much atmosphere or something else. I mean, first of all, they go ahead and they attack the living hell out of science. I mean, because, and I'll be serious, a lot of the research I did, and if you do the same, a lot of these are very religious people.
No, I believe it.
Not anything against anybody's religion or nothing, but it was so annoying. I mean, there was one lady who posted, and it was like her title, it was like her name, and then it was trying to save the unwashed, stupid masses. Love Jesus. And I'm thinking, you're religious and you're calling people unwashed and stupid. I don't think any religion that I know of would allow, that's not what religion is. So then, and she's one of the ones that I read that was like, people don't understand, the sun is so small and it makes, now that's another thing I forgot until just now. If the sun was 40 miles across and 2,000 miles away, then it would cast the same shadows. I mean, the physics side of that makes sense. If you have two poles 500 miles away and the sun is here, whether it be 180 or 89,000 miles away, whatever it is, and as massive as it is, versus the 22,000 miles, it would cast the same type of shadow. But it doesn't make sense. I mean, as physics, we know I can't do it. It's just...
So is the Earth rotating then still, or is it just sitting still?
Yeah, no, and that's how you get gravity. Shit, I wish I never would have picked this.
Well, I know that's how you get gravity.
No, you don't get gravity because it spins. No, it depends on who you read too, because these are all conflicting everything. You're getting gravity because the Earth is flat. Like this is the planet. Oh wait, I did this side right. So these are all the continents, and there's North Pole, right?
Yeah.
The Earth is pushing through space this way, and that's causing the gravity to force you down.
Oh, so
now you could have a flat Earth. You could, because gravity would exponentially get larger and larger the further you get.
Yeah, Vsauce did a episode.
I watched
about that.
Vsauce's too. That's another video watch, which I suggest. If you Vsauce does a great job with a lot of his videos, and shout out to him.
What's on the bottom side then?
Okay, Jesus, there's another one.
So many questions
sticking out, roots of trees and
here,
shit.
I mean, if you're all following this, you're gonna find me nuts because I'm bouncing all over. But seriously, so on the bottom side, it's either flat like a pancake like this, but it doesn't make sense. So another guy went ahead, or like I've watched a lot of these. So one guy said it's flat, but then if you look at the physics, it doesn't make sense. So it has to be shaped like a top. So it's like down and then gets thicker but thinner.
Like Cloud City.
So yeah, like Cloud City. Yes, Cloud City.
Okay.
The other thing is, like I told you, the sun is up here and the moon, and they kind of like spotlight down.
Yeah.
Well, the other guy, he demonstrates, and this is why it's so annoying because there's so many different people saying so many different things. That we have sunrise and sunset because the sun, say this is the sun, this is the planet, goes like this: sunrise, sunset.
It'd be dark everywhere then at the same time.
But yeah, don't even start with that. That's why this doesn't
a good
work.
Point, yeah.
Right?
Sunrise and sunset doesn't work, right? Because you would always the whole planet would be dark when it's sunset. So that way, the other guy says, "Oh no, it's up here, and it's rotating around, but it's like a spotlight." So that way, if it's shining here, it'll never ever be light over here.
It's like reading the CD. It's got the laser that goes around. That's
And this
the sun.
Yeah, and I believe that everyone should have their opinion, but pick one that's good, folks, because you can't even agree.
Right.
So, and then of course, then it goes down to this religion thing, and then of course, because there's conspiracy theories, what's the government hiding from us? NASA photoshops everything, and they're lying. And yeah, we know NASA photoshops shit. Have you watched the NASA channel when they cut because there's an alien craft coming through? We've all seen these things, but what like what purpose? Like I can believe that they cut like your article. I can believe that they're photoshopping shit out because they don't want us to know as aliens. Fine. What purpose does it serve to tell you that the Earth isn't flat? Like, if it was flat, does that mean there's a whole other like, oh shit,
Right? What's on the other side?
there's your hollow fucking Earth, right? Now all this is utopia.
Maybe that's where the reptiles live.
Yeah, reptilian fucking people, the Nazis, and utopia. Everyone's down here nude and drinking beer.
That's where we need to go.
Yeah, but you
Yep,
can't.
that's what happens.
There's even the article, one of the
Next
documentaries is
special.
about a lady who just like took off, and I don't know if this is true, but apparently she thought that the world was flat. So she went down to Antarctica 3 times, and she was like just bogarted like the first 2 times. Couldn't make it, storms and whatnot. The 3rd time she goes down there, says,
Jesus
fuck
didn't
it,
want her
I'm
to
doing
make
it.
it.
Yeah. So she says, fuck it, I'm doing it my own. She gets on a snowmobile, has food and stuff, and she's going to make it to the edge. And she's going to find the edge and go over it. And she, of course, disappears. So apparently, and this
She's
this
on the other
fucking-
side.
She's in no space.
Oh, and this documentary was so bad. Like the narrator was like, they'd talk to this doctor, and then they'd flip to the narrator, and it looked like a different room. And he's all like, "Oh, the guy's still talking." I'm like, "That's a fakeish." Anyway, so she gets lost, and then like 3 years later, some guy's like walking around and finds the snowmobile. It's her 35 millimeter camera and a note that says, "I found the saver land," or some shit, right? And like he opens the camera, completely annihilates the damn 35 millimeter film, because he didn't wind it. It was already out, apparently. So the film's fucked. And then there's this little note in the documentary. The dude doing the documentary, and I don't know if you should do this because it's a piece of paper. But he's like, and all that was found was this piece of paper. I'm thinking, if that was in Antarctica for 2 years, it's the only proof you have. Why the fuck are you touching it?
Right?
So, yeah, you know what? TJ, GJ, whatever. I'm sorry, I messed your name up. But,
No, I have more questions. We ain't done yet.
oh, shit.
So,
Have to wrap it up here pretty soon.
Yeah,
sorry. I'll make mine short. But, so you said we're traveling through space then like this.
yeah.
That's what gives us gravity. So we're not going around anything with an orbit.
No, the sun's just directly in front of us doing
It's
this.
moving with us
Yep.
then while we're going like
Yep.
this?
Yep.
Why are the stars the same all the time? We can...
No, I don't know that.
That's a good point.
Because there's different stars where southern hemisphere and northern hemisphere you see different stars.
Yeah.
So the more you travel, the more stars you see, right?
We're traveling with the stars.
Right? The stars are moving. That would be the only way to explain this. is
Yeah,
that all the
they
stars
must
are moving
move
too.
with us.
But the sun's a star and it's not moving. Maybe the other one's...
Well, it's spinning.
Well,
it's spinning with
but
us.
it's going with us.
Yeah.
Is that
Well, that's
because of gravity?
Well, remember, the gravity isn't what we think it is.
I know, but you think it would push the sun into us.
Well,
if
that's
we're
what I'm
moving.
talking about. Like this whole topic of the flat Earth, none of it agrees with the other ones.
I know.
We can make up our
I
own
just
shit
like
right now. We
irritating you.
could seriously. You know what? The Earth is flat because I said so. The reptilian people came to me last night in bed and told me the Earth was flat because they do have a castle on the other side, and they're going to take me there later. And that would make as much sense as what the people or some of these
I would believe
documentaries.
that more.
See, I can believe the hollow Earth, but this flat Earth one's kind of stretching for me.
Yeah.
So what? She's immoral,
Yeah, that's
immortal.
what this says here. She claims
What
she's
is-
immortal.
Where does she say that?
Says she said it on Twitter when she's talking about the flat Earth and she's immortal to save it.
Oh, yeah, she just wants to be Mr.
Yeah,
Little
look at there.
Princess. And
She died.
all right here.
She died. She included a reality star spinning a bizarre tale about dying in 2012, coming back as a roboted clone or robotic clone.
All right.
Making her immortal.
Yeah. So no, she had her show on MTV and whatnot,
Yeah,
and
finding love with
yeah.
whatever it was.
I'm sure those
Tequila.
worked out.
There's like
So now
bunch
she's
of-
not so famous. So what do you do to become famous?
You go crazy.
You go fucking nuts. Look,
So
Britney
Britney
Spears
Spears-
shaved her fucking head
Yeah.
off.
It's all about attention. Look at me. Look at me. Look
Yep.
at me.
So there. Glad to cover things that people ask, but the raw truth of it is, if I don't think, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I think, and I apologize.
Oh, that's good. That's what we have these discussions for. So.
right? All right. Well, since Dusty took all the time,
I'm sorry.
I will go fast. And apparently, some people believe that archaeologists, I know you love this one, have found an 800-year-old cell phone. And it was found in...
Wait, is this all metal?
No,
I'm so mad.
I know.
I'm so mad.
It was found in Austria. And in these symbols on it or whatever is supposed to be Sumerian, which is the oldest language
Yep.
in the world.
Uh-huh.
It's a dead language, pretty much. isn't it? Dead.
Well, some people know it, but yeah, it's a
Okay.
dead language. No one uses it.
Yeah. And that's what these writing is supposed to be. All the buttons, Sumerian writing for their cell phones.
So what you're telling me is Motorola got their idea for their cell phone from an ancient cell phone that looks just like a Motorola?
Yes. I think they have a picture down there. There it is.
Or Nokia?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Nokia.
So is this just a piece of metal and the buttons don't do anything, or?
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
They ran out of fucking minutes.
They're with ET&T.
Fucking when ET said phone home, he's like, literally, get my fucking
I
phone.
lost my phone here and I can't find it.
Can someone call me? I'm listening to the vibration.
Oh, that's fucking interesting, though.
No, it's fake.
it's a
so
hoax.
fake. It's
It is
so
fake.
fake.
Yeah,
It is
somebody
fake.
did a little imprint and then.
But
I didn't know that till after I decided to do the topic, and then my research showed that it was fake.
But he had to bring it up because he knew I was going to be mad.
Yep.
So who's the guy?
That faked it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't even know.
All I know is, I mean, if you're going to fake something, why would you pick something that's as remarkable as the same type of phone? I mean,
Right.
almost everyone that had a cell phone back in the day had one just
Oh,
like
I
this.
definitely had one that looked just like that without the Sumerian writing.
Yeah, mine wasn't in Sumerian. I don't think I got that.
I accidentally said it to French once, and that was a bitch, but. But like this one YouTuber is trying to support it or whatever, and he makes claims that in the video that he has with that, you can also look at like ancient Egypt and Greeks and like little artwork, and it looks like they're using laptops.
No.
If you want to watch the video, it's not
only a
very
minute,
long.
yeah.
It's like a minute some. Yeah, that's what the phone looks like.
This is the picture. Oh.
But
Yeah,
it'll
it'll-
show the pictures from like ancient Greece and whatnot, them using laptops.
Are these real? Like the Sumerian? Did he do his research?
Yeah, did you get that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently in the article it says it is.
No shit. So the guy's smart. He's just
Right.
a dumbass.
Yeah, it looks kind of like leather there on the side. See? There's all the.
He's
It's
holding
like the fabric.
He's
the
holding it
fibers
with
are-
like a leather glove.
Yeah,
a
it's like,
glove
what is
too.
that? That paper mache?
Yeah, paper mache.
Yeah,
kind of
something
stuff.
like that. He did a mold or
That's
something.
what it looks like. See, there's the call. There's the end button. And that's someone pointing to the stars. But here, see? There's the laptop, apparently.
Yeah. Looks like a.
Is that photo faked?
I don't know. But see, this one's carved, supposedly.
Oh yeah.
And there's someone using a laptop, too.
All right. Well, I
And
believe it
that's
now.
pretty much the video. And it
Damn.
shows that.
So that couldn't have been like a book or like a cigar box.
no, that was definitely a laptop.
Okay. What the fuck?
Had to be.
do I know?
Couldn't be anything else.
Cigar box.
I
or-
just wonder how
Peace
old that would
offering.
be.
Cubans.
800 years old.
No, the laptop.
Oh, the laptop. Were you
Oh.
trying to say it's an Apple? Is you gonna jump on joy?
The world's first laptop was an
Apple
Apple.
figured out how to go back in time. They gave it to the fucking Greeks. Here's an iBook Air 15 or whatever the fuck they're
That's how we
called.
got lost
Do
technology,
you ever think
right?
about like if we're on the if people can go back to the past and change stuff, maybe this ain't the right what happened. Maybe we all died and somebody changed something. I don't know if you think about it.
Like
we wouldn't know.
Like it makes a parallel universe
Yeah,
or
we would
something like
never
that
know.
if something
But we
changes
would never
drastically.
know.
But we wouldn't.
No, because if they went back in our timeline and changed something, they'd automatically be in that new timeline.
Yep.
Yeah, we keep on going the way we are.
Depends on your point of view of time travel, though, too, if they would do it or not. Some
Well-
have that view where it change everything and we go into a parallel universe and never know it.
Yeah.
Some say you can't change the past.
No,
Some
because
say you can change it and it'll stay in the same universe.
well, the thing with time
Depends.
travel anyway, say you could time travel, you would only be able to time travel from the first time you actually developed the time travel capabilities to the next time you had it. So if you had two machines, you could only time travel from the first machine was built.
Oh, you're saying
to
if
the
you need a
second machine.
receiver on the other end,
You'd have to need your
You wouldn't
receiver.
have to.
What are you gonna do? You'd be like, oh fuck, we're doing the Family Guy thing where Stewie throws that shit out. He's just instantly there.
Yep.
Flip. This works on fusion
Why
reactors
would you
and
have
shit.
to?
Because
Yeah.
well, in science what I've read is you would have to have a machine. Well, since
Flux
time,
capacitor.
yeah, flux capacitor. We've talked about that. So you had to have a machine, right? So if you were to make sure that your coordinates were correct, it's just like
Can't just set a date and go back.
yeah, I mean, it wouldn't work
'Cause
as
time's
well
relative, I
time,
guess?
yeah, it's
Well-
relative. So you would have to have a way to get back and
Oh,
forth
I
too.
see.
Because even if you were to fucking jump in a machine and be like,
Locking out coordinates.
boom, you're
I heard
drawing
it's
back.
frequency. You adjust the frequency and then you whatever
Loves
that.
frequency because
Yeah.
the aliens could move mountains with the
a
right
good
frequency.
movie.
Yeah, that's what I.
'Cause that's how
Right?
aliens go back in time too, is through frequency.
Why would anyone want to go back in time anyway?
Because
because
they came
I
back
would
to this
invest
time
all my
period
money
because
in
we
stuff.
fucked everything up.
Right?
But even
I can see that. We did fuck everything
but then it would
up.
just be another parallel universe. They wouldn't be fixing that timeline.
But it'd be making another human
Yeah,
race.
I heard the
instead of
Greys are actually us in the future. And because
I've
they
heard that,
evolved to
don't
such a shitty, like, they have no feelings anymore because they totally got rid of,
Is that why they
what's the
probe
word,
people?
genetically altered themselves.
Uh-huh.
They came back here and are trying to prevent that.
Well, they're doing a shitty job.
Well, all the
That
anal
you know
probing
of.
that you know.
Maybe it was something drastic that happened and it never happened now.
You ever look at Facebook and look through there, you're like all your shit, and you're instantly just like upset with people and you're depressed because humans are all fucking shitheads.
Uh-huh.
Then you get that one where the guy takes his shirt off and gives it to a bum for no fucking reason but the guy's cold. Or giving money to people. And then
Butterfly
that's
effect.
the only time I ever feel like there's like humanity can be saved from the piss poor pot we're going down, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I mean, the way I look at it is we're 21st century, 22nd century, whatever the hell it is. We should not be anywhere near where we're at when it comes to poverty and homelessness and sickness and everything else. And yet they're raping the shit out of us. So the Greys are here to change shit. Get on it, bros. Like, let's do something to change this shit.
Maybe it's like the butterfly effect thing.
Well, I heard stage one is the hybrids. They're making those hybrid children, then they're
I'm
going
not
to
a
release
fucking
them.
hybrid, and I don't see no alien, courting me. So
You don't know they're aliens because they look like us.
Jenna's an alien.
Yeah,
she's redheaded.
she can get you to do stuff.
Right?
She been talking to you?
Anyway, let's cut the show off right now. Next week we're on our new schedule, so we're gonna do one topic, 20 minutes, in and out. We'll get you in and out quickly because we know nobody has the attention span for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
It's gonna be like talk is cheap fast food. Come in, order, and get the fuck out.
So thank you for joining us and take care. You want to shut the heat? No, I mean I don't want the cameras to overheat. All right, I need one good one. I can't clap today.
Was that good?
That was a good clap.
Was it?
I think
I
so.
think it was.
I like to clap like this, like so it's like a deeper thump. Are we gonna
right.
reset? We're not
Hercules,
resetting that, are we?
Hercules,
Because we don't give a
No,
fuck
that's
this
the
time.
first one. All right, are we set?
We have been waiting for you. You've been playing with
I
that
don't know.
stupid apple. You know you should take that back. Someone took a bite out of that fucking apple in the
Take a
backside.
bite out
of
of crime. Next. You're right.
it. You're like next.
Next, we dive into the hollow earth. Are people really as crazy as they are about flat pancakes? God damn it.
It's not hollow earth. It's flat,
Flat
earth.
earth, thank you.
So I'd help there.
But now I want pancakes.
I like waffles.
And lastly, somebody discovered a cell phone that's 800 years. Yeah, you better look it up.
I'll look it up on my Samsung tab. Yeah, because I don't have Apple.
Go hack this fucker.
And lastly, we take a look at a cell phone that was discovered 800 years old. God damn it.
It's so easy to say it in
is.
conversation, but as soon as you know you're doing it, you're so. You know, the 800-year-old cell phone. If that thing was been on the whole time, that battery is magnificent.
Right?